So this next question says the market for macaroni and cheese has only two consumers, David and Wallace. Market demand for macaroni and cheese will tend to be more elastic if, um, and then the choices, presumably there were more choices, but these are the two of interest. David and Wallace consider macaroni and cheese to be normal good rather than inferior good, or David and Wallace consider macaroni and cheese to be an inferior good rather than a normal good. And this has to do, I think, I actually had to think a little bit about what they were going for. This has to do with the compensated demand curves I was talking about in class, and I actually think they have this backwards. Um, but but rather than have you worry about that, I'm just gonna nix this question. I'll just give everybody credit for it. I'll adjust the points in the homework. That I just I think that's a finer point, and I want you to master the basics of the model rather than worrying about compensated versus uncompensated demands. Basically, I think they have it backwards if you're interested, because for a normal good, the price and income effect happen in the same direction. So the income effect amplifies the substitution effect, the pure price effect. Therefore, you'd get a flatter uh, demand curve, a more elastic demand curve when it's a normal good. When if macaroni and cheese is an inferior good, actually the price and income effects work in opposite direction, and that means the observed demand curve you'd see in the marketplace with both effects combined would actually be steeper, because the steeper than the um, the compensated demand curve, because the income effect is working the opposite direction. So instead of the full adjustment to the lower priced macaroni and cheese, there's this income effect of having more income that would result in a reduction in the quantity of macaroni and cheese. So that would cut the other way and dampen the response of eating more mac and cheese to that reduction in price of mac and cheese. So you'd end up with a steeper and that is less elastic demand curve if it's an inferior good. So I actually think they have the answer key wrong. That does happen time to time, and but regardless, it, um, or to say both, because I think they have the answer wrong, and because I don't want you to worry about the compensated demand curves versus the uncompensated demand curves. Let's just toss this one.